The election is causing people all over the country from different political points of view to have a lot of anxiety. And there's just a certain amount where we're just going to have to wait and see how the process plays out. And really exult in the fact that there's been unprecedented voter participation in this election.
There's also a lot of anxiety because of the particular character of this president and some of the commitments that he has refused to make with respect to the election process. He's particularly volatile, and he's particularly uninterested in sort of the legal bounds. Again, the election's not up to him, but he conveys the sense that anything can happen when in fact, that's not really true.
I think it's absolutely critical that Americans understand that we may not know on election night or even for a day or two thereafter exactly who won. And that Americans understand that there was nothing wrong with that. That's not a sign of our system failing us. That's not a sign of this election somehow being a failure.
Let there be no doubt. While I strongly disagree with the court's decision, I accept the finality of this outcome, which will be ratified next Monday in the Electoral College. And tonight, for the sake of our unity as a people and the strength of our democracy, I offer my concession.
I have a lot to be thankful for tonight. I'm thankful for America, and thankful that we are able to resolve our electoral differences in a peaceful way.
Even amidst the pandemic, even amidst foreign cyber-enabled threats, I think Donald Trump has been a serious threat to the integrity of these elections and ultimately to how their legitimacy is viewed by large sectors of the American public. After all, Donald Trump has been a source of disinformation during this cycle. Disinformation about mail-in ballots and whether they can be trusted. Disinformation about whether we need to know the result on election day or election night in order for it to be legitimate. And of course, we don't.
Most places that are holding elections have had to hold an election already under the pandemic, and so they're much better prepared than they were in March, April, May, and June.
I think the call to vote, show up to vote, whoever one supports, just vote, seems to be resonating. Because even as we have this conversation, an extraordinary number of ballots have already been cast. It's estimated that over half of the votes that will be cast in this election have already been cast. And we're still a number of days before election day. It's really unusual, it's really extraordinary.
You know, we're prepared to work with election officials, necessary work with law enforcement, necessary go to court if we need to get people who are disrupting the vote out of the polls and away from the polls.
There will be lawsuits filed, but a lawsuit without provable facts of a statutory or constitutional violation is just a tweet with a filing date. It's just a piece of paper and a messaging device. I think most of the legal claims that could be made after have already been made. We've had an enormous amount of litigation before the election this year.